And we've somehow recovered.
Oh, I am flustered.
It was a bit of a struggle after some premier gameplay, but we did reach the end of our match of the week in the previous game. We got there in the end.
Yeah. That was a rough one. I actually had to go and wash my eyes after that game. It's so vigorously, so thank you. No, but props to Envision. They get a point on the board. Great performance from them. Great performance from them. And Barrage, it's just not working. It's just not clicking. It's been 4 weeks, and they still haven't won a game.
Yep.
Which is a massive hit. So, I mean, it happens, but it doesn't feel good for it to happen to you. Especially they changed their roster over, and nothing changed in the game. It still feels like they're making the wrong decisions. Some members are popping off. Diva looked really good, but it just wasn't enough.
On the other hand, though, we have our MVP. It's Brelia. And almost reminiscent of the Garen pick not too long ago, comes out. We haven't seen it in a long time, and then it gets MVP and completely pops off. Brelia's Malphite in this game was phenomenal to watch.
At times. And then at times, less phenomenal.
In team fights.
The decision making, I mean, Infinity said himself, he made the call to go for the backdoor. Yes. And I mean, it worked. And that was the game winning play. So the game literally came down to him and he popped off. So yeah, credit to him. Props to your boy Brelia.
You sound really convinced there.
Phelan vs Demise.
Yes, Phelan vs Demise.
Yeah, can't compete with the last game, but they'll give it a shot, certainly.
Yeah, so coming into this, this is still on the side of the bracket which we want to say is a bit weaker. And Demise...
After that last game, I'm not sure. That looks stacked.
Demise are kind of looking like they might be the one to win this bracket out, but of course Phelan can stop them in their tracks already here. Yeah,
on paper, Demise are the stronger team, based on their performances recently. But Phelan have been on the up. They have shown a lot more life, particularly in the last week. So, you know, I have high hopes for them. I think it should be a close match, and a lot of it's going to come down to key decisions and how they draft and what they play around. Obviously, Demise have brought out some spicy stuff like the Garen Yuumi, which will be available again as Yuumi is enabled once more. So it'll be interesting to see if Phelan just ban that away out of respect, of not being sort of prepared against that pick. But yeah, so will be interesting to see.
Say Yuumi Garen does get through again. What sort of counter strategies do you think are available for them to go for? They might bait them into picking it.
Go ahead, okay. I don't know. It seems really rough because it's really hard to kill the Garen. I guess if you have someone with sustained DPS, you can sort of deal with him. But he just gets so bulky.
I feel like maybe like a Vayne could work, but...
I think Jarvan is pretty good.
Yeah, lock him in, yeah.
Because then he's trapped in the thing. I think you have like Jarvan Vayne, you just trap him in the thing and just auto-attack him, sure. But again, it's not been played enough, I'd say, to really sort of think about counters. And it seems like... Because you'd think that having a Garen would make it so you get outscaled, but he just becomes so bulky, and then it's the Yuumi who's the carry. I think the fact that she got a lot of nerfs definitely helps. But yeah, who knows? Not me yet.
And I've forgotten, but we have a tweet. What more can I say that the tweet doesn't already?
Yeah, you know. Absolutely. Envision dragging them away from the points. Yeah.
An image speaks 1,000 words. That is what we will say to that tweet.
Especially since I've been left sort of speechless after that game. I don't know what more to say. You all saw it. The Malphite backdoor. It was something. It was something. It was a gameplay experience, but yeah. Wow.
It's one of those games where you come out of it and you're like, okay, let's just reset our mental. But even you're the one that is needing to reset your mental after. We were just watching the game. Imagine being in that.
That's tilt. That'd be so tilting to lose.
I couldn't. We've got another tweet coming up as well. This is single-handedly the best. Sorry, apologies. The best ending to a #UKLC game that we will ever see. Period. End of. No more discussion.
Disagree. I think this is the best ending to any game you'll ever see.
Ever. In League of Legends history.
This will go down in League of Legends history.
Also, production said that it was the longest UKLC game we've had.
Didn't feel like it. Felt like a breeze. I was having so much fun. I loved every second, you know.
It was just like, but that...
Nah,
Malphite.
it was a lot of fun. You know, yes, it was a bit Clan Fiesta. Yes, it was a bit NA-esque, but you know, it was fun. Sort of. It was fun to watch. And the Malphite backdoor was the most hyped thing we've ever seen. So, you know, got to credit. But anyway, we should move on.
Yes,
we have another game tonight. We have Demise Phelan. With Phelan, the big standout performer to me so far has been Wisdom. I think the bot lanes look stellar, particularly Wisdom when they were up against XL. He made Jarnan look boosted, to be honest. Really good Alice performance. So I'd like to see them put a lot of priority on them again. And we will have a quick look at their roster.
And I believe it was Vism that got the unsung hero as well last week in the bot lane. But Zizzle top, Soph jungler, Chimera as the mid, Chu as the AD, and then, like I say, Vism in support.
Yeah, so pretty solid bot lane. The rest of the roster are notable themselves. In the Demise, they have Zyko on the top lane, Hidden jungle, Vixen mid, then Voxnate AD carry, and Vigo in support.
And yeah, I mean, predictions-wise, again, I think I went with Demise for this one just because maybe some of their wins have felt a bit more cheesy, but they still have had a really good showing, especially in their game versus M&M last week.
Yeah, absolutely. And our matchup to watch will be Voxnate against Achu. Both pretty stellar AD carries. I think Voxnate really performed in the promotion tournament, which got his team here. Obviously had that great Garen game where he was MVP, and then Achu, stellar AD carry, just really hasn't found the momentum yet. But him and Wisdom have been a duo for such a long time, so I expect to see them looking to pop off. And I hope this will be the lane to sort of watch, because I expect both bot lanes to try and pick something that will obviously lead them to victory. The rest of the lanes obviously has a lot of life in, but I think bot lane will be the focal point for these teams.
And we're going straight into pick and ban, so we'll be able to see what bot lane it is that they go with. And I'm hoping it's not Sivir Xayah, because we see that almost every game, but let's be honest, that's likely to happen. A Nunu ban?
That's always done against Demise. Always. Yeah, so I'd just like to give a shout out because it's apparently Vigar, the champion's birthday today. So happy birthday, Vigar. Apparently. If that's incorrect, then, you know, whatever.
Don't trust Twitch chat.
Happy birthday,
Vigar.
Vigar.
Yeah, indeed. Sona getting banned out by Demise. They do not want to play against that Sona Tamkench, I want to say, is what Phelan got their win with last week.
Yes, I believe it was. Yeah, it was Sona Tamkench. So one of the big issues Phelan have had throughout is that they get flanked consistently. Yeah. Like a lot. And then the Sona Tamkench, and they had a ton of bruises, made it very difficult to get flanked. Put them in a pretty good position. And then, yeah, I think taking it off the cards would be smart. The Anivia as well for Chimera was a big pick for him in the first week. And then Yuumi has been banned away by Phelan, so Garen Yuumi just won't be possible.
Yeah, it's just not an option for them. And Kiana rounding out the bans, that's a champion which the players did get known that she was available to play, but just a bit late. So maybe only a few teams actually got practice in on it, and we have to assume that Phelan are one of those teams if it's getting banned away by Demise, or they're just scared of it.
I think it's just, you can't really know what they've been practicing necessarily. Yeah. I think you ban it out of respect. I think that's the reason Fnatic and XL and potentially M&M weren't looking to ban it, because they were like, you know, realistically they haven't practiced, they'll have prepared strategies. But very quickly the karma comes out. Dizzle has consistently played this top when Phelan have got it. So I expect to see that happen again. Xayah very quickly locked in by Demise. And then Nico picked up as well. This is something Zyko had a good performance. Well, I say good. His early laning phase was rough. He was like 2-7 at one point. But he really popped off in the later team fights, got some amazing flanks. And I believe it was against Demise where he found some great flanks and ended up punishing him. It was actually the Garen Yuumi was first played against Phelan. So we have seen this matchup before. And Soph will hover the birthday man himself in Vigar. So shout out to that. But they will quickly lock in Olaf, which we've seen a lot of junglers have success on. And then the Karma provides that movement speed.
Hovering the Garen there. That's not going to get locked in though. But
it'd be nice.
It would be nice. How about they lock in a Malphite actually?
No.
Clan Fiesta 2?
Yeah, why not? That makes more sense to me, the Corki. So you have pretty solid team fight potential already. You have the Olaf who can move forwards, the shields back up, and then you have that backline DPS in the Corki. Allows a bit more flexibility for your last two picks, which I'm guessing they've saved till late. I don't expect to see Wisdom on the Karma just because Dizzle has exclusively played it. And the Demise, unsurprisingly, pick up that Rakan, so they have the Zyrakan combo.
This does mean we'll probably see, you know, top side bans coming out from Phelan, trying to make sure that...
Apparently, I'm getting flamed for saying Vigar. It's Vagar. An Aatrox.
I mean, is there confirmation that it's Vagar?
apparently someone said that the guy who made the champ literally says Vega.
Okay, well, yeah, but the guy who made GIF says GIF, right?
And I do not agree with that.
So,
yeah,
you know,
it's a mixed bag. But whatever. Anyway, we've seen 80 carries being targeted by Demise, Sivir and Ezreal off the table. Yasuo and the Aatrox, so targeting solo lanes with Demise. And Yasuo is a big pick for Zyko. But something else that is a big pick for him is the Aurelia, which is still potentially on the cards if they wanted it.
I think it got banned out. First phase.
You're correct.
I'm correct.
I was testing you.
Yeah, my eyes, they're everywhere. But the feature matchup of this game is that bot lane. And the AD carries are getting banned out from a Chu, so we'll have to see what he locks in here. Could be a Cassiopeia, like we saw earlier on today.
Yes. I do like this. I'll wait. And it's been locked in, so a lot of people are thinking, surely that's a Volibear top. It may well be, but what we've been seeing a lot in Korea is that supports have been playing Volibear. Originally, it was picked up as a counter to Ezreal because you can actually flip him out his Arcane Shift animation, but then it's just raised in priority. And the build path is you basically go Righteous Glory, and you just run at them. And yeah, so hearing that, it's amazing against Rakan, because obviously similarly you can flip him out of his animation. So we'll be taking that, and then the Tristana as well, which allows a lot of ability to follow up on the Volibear if needs be.
Of course, the alternative build, TFT joke, is to go rapid fire cannon. And
TFT.
Usually you're the one that's making the jokes most of the time, but I'm turning it around for you. Rounding this composition out is that Cassiopeia, but it won't be in the bot lane this time.
No, I expect it to be mid for Vixen. Obviously has a lot of sustained DPS and did get buffed pretty significantly this patch, so be comfortable to pop off. I'm just hyped to see this Volibear support. There's been two supports I've been sort of waiting to see in the UK, and they just haven't shown up. So I'm glad to see that one of them has, because this is one. Yeah, so pretty hypey pick. And Wisdom is the player to watch, by all means, for Phelan, because he's been absolutely popping off. I think matchup to watch is definitely bot lane. Achu and Devoxy will do their best to carry this game, but Wisdom has just been really carrying his team on his back.
There's so much move speed engaged for Phelan's comp here.
Yeah.
You use that Righteous Glory, like you said, with the Karma speed up, and you just run at them. I wanted to say, initially, looking at the comp, there isn't too much initiation, but...
You just run at them. You just run at them. Zoom. You have the Karma shield. You just get that Volibear to just go. And that's why I think the Sivir ban was pretty smart, because although it's not as good in the lane matchup up against Isaiah, I think stopping them having even more movement speed is pretty critical. But yeah, I feel like the Volibear is just going to run in, it's going to flip someone, and you kill that flip person. Plus, as well as that, your Thunderous Roar, I think it's called. I'm not 100% certain, but it interrupts dashes and actually deals bonus damage if you interrupt dashes. So it does a little knock-up. So if you flip the Rakan and then he tries to dash the Zaya, you can interrupt it and chunk him even harder. So definitely something you want to be able to use effectively. Yeah,
so just seeing more wacky picks today, and we'll just have to see if they work out.
No Malphite, though.
Truly upsetting, but yes. I'm looking forward to this Volibear. I think it is going to succeed. And although that kind of goes against my prediction of Demise, but you know what, Phelan? We'll see if they can make it work with this pick, particularly once again in that bot lane, which is it's our matchup to watch. Kind of more so the AD carries, but still they're both in the bot lane.
Yeah, bot lane's a matchup to watch, and we have just been told that there's going to be some technical issues, so it'll be a little while before we get in the game. It could be that they're like, wait, maybe they forgot to switch to have Volibear support, but no, it's just mind-blowing 200 IQ gameplay.
I have to remember what the team comps are now. So it's a Nico top against...
Karma.
Karma, yeah.
Nico, Karma, then it's Olaf, Skarner. Which is weird, because he picked Skarner into Olaf.
Yeah.
Which is like, you played yourself, you know?
What jungler would have been better at that opportunity? I assume something disengaged to stop them just running at you, so maybe a
I'm not even gonna lie, I think Trundle would have been really good. Gragas would have been okay, but Trundle was the age-old counter to Olaf. You just drain his stats and kill him.
Yeah.
And also the Pillar, which is absolutely stop Volibear's day. But I actually feel like Trundle would have been the 200 IQ pick right there. But Gragas could have been okay too. I just feel like Skarner, you kind of like counted yourself, but I guess we'll see. Has some good early presence. If you ult someone who isn't the Olaf, then yeah, it's going to work pretty well.
Someone to watch though. It's that Cassiopeia.
Yeah.
Miasma to slow them down as they're running at you. And Petrifying Gaze. Of course, it won't catch out the Olaf, but it certainly will onto the Volibear.
You know what'd be insane? Imagine if you could Miasma... I mean, no, that'd be stupid. It'd be really stupid. Imagine if you could Miasma your own teammates, so when they're about to get CC'd, you just block it.
They can't be flipped.
Yeah. No, but it doesn't work like that. But yeah, massive buffs, and as well, the thing is that so much healing now. You obviously take Ravenous Hunter. You also get 25% of your AP you heal for every time you use Twin Fangs and a poison target. It's a new changes, so you heal a significant amount, and it makes it very difficult to cut through you.
Yeah, so unfortunately we've got connectivity issues as the players have got into games, so we'll just be looking to sort that out before we can proceed with spectating it.
Yeah, so we just have time to sort of talk about how our days been. How's your day been?
I mean, it's been great because I got to watch a Mal fight.
Yeah, I mean, that's
keep
what we
coming
live
back
for.
to it, but
Yeah, I mean, we can take a bit more stock of the game. I feel like both teams have pretty solid scaling. Because obviously, Porky and the Cassiopeia both do monstrous late game. AD carries will scale similarly, but I feel like the range advantage does go over to the side of Phelan, which might give them a little bit of the edge, but I don't know. I think the Skarner does better late game. The Rakan, I don't know really how Rakan volley scales. I guess if you can just run someone down, the volley's going to work really well, but Rakan can be a massive asset.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be more who can make the impact in the early levels, which I expect to be looking towards the junglers, or potentially bot lane if they go for some all ins.
The problem with Volley is lane kingdom, in the top lane at least, right? And then team fights start and he just sort of doesn't do anything. But having it in the bot lane, does that change a massive amount? Yes, you pair it with the move speed, but it's still just a flip. Like,
I mean, it's a pretty strong flip.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're up against a Zaya, you're up against a Cassiopeia, you're up against a Nico. You can't just run in one direction. I think the big thing for me is that later in the game, you need to find flanks for the side of Phelan, because if you just run in one direction at them, there is so much to stop that from being viable and to root you up to deal damage to you. So yeah, I think you can't just run at them. I think you have to find different angles, which by all means Wisdom has been great at doing. We saw him in the Alistair finding flanks constantly, but the emphasis has to be put on that for this game.
Yeah, and of course, the late game is just a bit of a mess, really, in this game.
I think it's easier to execute for Demise. I think it's easier to execute for Demise, but I think Phelan definitely don't just flat out lose in late game, but they just need to find backline access. If they can get on top of that Cassiopeia, great.
Yeah, we've got another tweet to look at this time. Absolute scene. Oh, looking for macro. I mean, they were at the objectives, right? Looking for a train of... Oh, my.
They're not wrong. No, but we discredit them pretty heavily. You know, yes, there are some mistakes, but I know the feeling for being in a long game. A lot of that stuff goes out the window because it's so tense. It happens in NA all the time.
Yes. What was that one NA game that is just the most abysmal thing ever? It's like
Renegades against Dignitas.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very reminiscent of that.
That last game was the Renegades versus Dignitas of the UK.
Oh. Finally, connection issues seem to have been sorted, and we will be back on to the Summoner's Rift, this time for the final game of the day, the final game of this round of 8. And it is Phelan versus Demise. Trying to see who can make it further into this bracket and potentially challenge in the finals, which might be, I want to say,
go
it's the
through
first
Envision
time.
first.
Yeah, true.
And then it would be the first time any of these teams made it to the finals. So one of them will. By all means, definitely a massive achievement. Oh, I like the... What's that skin called, the one Volibear has? It's like the wrestler one.
I have no idea.
It's got that skin line with like Braum and stuff. It's pretty cool. I'm a big fan. I do like the police officer one though.
For me, Thunderlord, because I got it once out of like a box or something, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to use this. And it's not a good skin, but I don't know, because I've used it quite a bit.
El Rayo Volibear, I'm being told?
Don't know.
That's...
Wrestling Volibear, that's... Yes.
El Rayo Volibear, apparently, is what I'm being told. Although someone in the chat said Luchador, which sounds a lot better. Captain Volibear looks like a banana. Yeah, Captain Volibear is great.
Ooh, I don't know why this just
I'm not
popped
sure
into
if he
my head.
fact-checked what the skin's called or he just guessed. You know,
It was it last week? Hitbrain was... It's definitely alright. Okay, cool.
Okay, it's
Fact
checked.
checked.
Yeah. But then it was Harry who checked it, so I don't really trust it still.
Hidden should be spotted out here. Oh no, actually going around that ward, so whether Phelan know that he's in the bot side, they should be alerted based off of those spires, I assume. But
yeah, this will actually just... Oh, he missed the Q. That could have been it.
Yeah, it might have been a solo kill. Even with the chain of that comet connected, maybe just a flash auto could have finished it up. But I wanted to ask you once we got into game, how does how does this top lane matchup go? But it looks like Zizzle wins it with the Karma.
Oh, Hidden's actually in trouble here.
He's getting caught out. Damage early on isn't huge from the Tristana, but that's a deep dive from Vigo. He's able to jump away. Chimera's the first one to shot. Focusing onto Hidden, gets the heal. The move speed, the trail away. And it doesn't look like anyone's falling.
Yeah, a lot being burned, but no one going down as of yet. Hidden does get forced out of the jungle, but he managed to take away that red. Now, Zizzle, I think he can look for the kill here.
Yeah, Zizzle forcing the flash. Good stuff. And now Zyko, if a third attempt or third potential kill comes up now for Zizzle, doesn't have that flash to avoid the Q, he might go down. Maybe we see him forced to teleport back to lane.
Yeah, looks very rough. Obviously, Karma has a lot of mobility, hard to land your abilities onto her, as you can just continue to poke you down. Not a fun lane match for Zico on this Nico. Yeah, it rhymes. Zico on this Nico. Especially as like you had some AD nerfs going over to Zico as well, so it's a lot harder to CS from the tower. So when you get shoved in, you're gonna struggle.
I think you said last time we saw Zico on the Nico, it didn't do too well in the early phase, but
he got stomped in lane. He got
were
murdered in lane, but flanks later were good. And Hidden's coming in for a level 2 gank.
He's found him. Zizzle has the move speed, does get tagged up by the E, which will follow through with the stun, but Zico is low on health. Flash comes out relatively late. Zico, the minion auto! First blood!
And it looks like we're in for another high-quality game. Strap in. Zizzle gets the solo kill with the help from the minions.
Very nice. Oh my word! How do you turn it around like that?
Just
Firstly,
gameplay.
Yeah, going for the gank in the first place was really risky considering how low on health Zico was. But then,
and Hidden being level 2 was a thing.
Well, okay, things are going pretty nicely for Zizzle in the top lane already.
Yeah, and pretty confident playing this Karma. I believe he was playing Tank Karma before it was cool, so bit of a Tank Karma hipster.
I imagine that's a rush of the Athenes anyways, based on the fairy charms. It could not be. It's a very solid item for her, but maybe...
Especially in the matchup, you have the MR. This doesn't get the root, obviously gets rooted up by Zyko, and as a result will not find the tether, so Toph not able to do anything there.
It's a nice trade for him there, considering how the lane's been going so far. Big chunk onto Zizzle, but I like how our matchup of the week was this bot lane, and everything's just been in the top lane so far. We'll have to see if it eventually starts to transition down, as I'm sure the top laners will probably end up teleporting in for some sorts of plays. But it's been very messy top so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's have another look through Twitch chat. Are we sure this isn't gold? I'll come back to that one. Don't understand why they picked Skarner into Olaf. Yeah, we were questioning that too. I guess we'll wait and see.
Do we know what temperature it is outside right now?
I mean, it can't be that hot. It's like a night. I swear if we go outside and it's like 40 degrees, I'm just going to melt. I mean, it won't be, but...
It was like 33 or something earlier. Meanwhile, yes, we're here in a nice AC studio.
Yeah, but then we can't have it on when we cast because it just...
Oh yeah, true, because of the sound. It's still nice and chilled compared to what it was outside. I was so thankful I didn't have to get on the underground to come in.
Oh, I
today.
did, so, you know.
I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, it's like a sauna. 24 degrees right now in London. Oh. It shouldn't...
Global warming, guys.
Stuff global warming.
Turn your lights off if you're not using them. Recycle, all that good stuff, okay? If there's anything you're going to take away from today, it's not that Malphite is an amazing champion. It's that recycling is important and global warming is bad.
Yeah. Maybe we should start a new one. Global colding. Yeah, everyone let's do global colding now. We're tired of global warming.
All right, everyone, get your freezers to max. Open
Yeah.
the doors.
Open your freezers and we'll cool the world down.
Get a load of boats up to the Arctic. Attach some ropes. Drag it closer to us. Done.
Wait, why don't we just... Hear me out here, okay? We get some rocket boosters and put them on the Earth. And we push the Earth further away from the sun and it will cool it down.
You got some smart ideas today. I'm liking it. Yes.
Well, I'm Prime Minister, you know. I've never heard Boris Johnson come up with stuff like this.
Too focused on other things. Right. The bot lane, it's even right now. It's the one which we wanna be keeping our eyes on. CS should be equal. How typically does Xayah vs Tristana play out?
I think it's fairly passive. I mean, I think it's more dependent on the support matchup. I feel like Tristana can't really jump in because she'll just get feather rooted, and then Xayah can't really root Tristana aggressively because she'll just jump out. So it's fairly passive. It completely depends on the support matchup. And here, Wisdom being flashless for a while has meant he hasn't done that much.
Soft, once again in the top lane, could go for a dive. That's a level 8 Zizzle.
Oh, he's just smithing. You gotta assume Zyko's close to 7 and Zizzle just hit 8. It's the only feasible thing, but Hidden's gonna show up. He does have his ult and Soft doesn't have his. He definitely is favored a bit in this regard. They might just look to dive Zyko. He's so low, he might just get blown up before the Pop Blossom can give him a shield.
See, playing passive around it, Hidden. Looks like they are making the call for the play. Vixen could TP in.
Good skill shots, I like it.
Zika, I think.
Wait, he just walked into the explosion from the Karma cube. Well, he was going to have to TP anyway, so...
Yeah, it's fine.
Just ensuring it's worth it. Maximizing the HP gain from the recall.
Just walking the line is all. Trying to get us on the edge of our seats.
Limit testing.
Yes. Playing for Carousel right now. That's what it is.
Yeah, playing for Carousel. Someone hasn't told Zyko that this isn't teamfight tactics.
Ocean Drake, again, as the first dragon of this game.
But this one's pretty... I mean, 9 minutes isn't that early, but it's moderately early, so it's going to be of some advantage. I bet Zyko would have loved to have an Ocean Drake.
I mean, it was 15 minutes in the previous game, I want to say, when they picked that one up. So this should be a bit more impactful. And yeah, Zyko back in. Did he recall and then get chunked out?
Yeah, he TP'd up and he's that low already.
My word. Okay, well, yeah, Ocean Drake is going to do wonders for him, but still quite a few CS down. Look at the gold differential, and they might be looking for a dive.
Oh no.
Tough is shown. Alright, we're going to see a Pop Blossom, I'm sure, to try and keep him alive, but will it be able to? There is a shield, but those health bars are just so big on Phelan right now. Can you outplay this?
No.
Well, not if the Pop Blossom's connecting onto no one. Chimera gets the kill.
Yeah, you know, you're absolutely right. That is not how you outplay it, but happens. We actually see a play coming mid. Vixen gets taken out. Hopefully we'll be able to get a replay off that and see exactly how that went down. But yeah, good moves coming out from Shu and Wisdom. Didn't make much happen, but we're starting to see something come out here. Now they're all actually heading towards the top lane. They want to try and trade these towers. They bring up all 4 members. Actually, they're going for the Rift Herald instead. But meanwhile, Devoxy and Big getting a lot of damage on this bot lane tower.
Soft is quite low here. If Hidden spots this, he could just flash over the ward and try and kill him. But yeah, when we do see that play, it looks like so many summoner spells did get used by Phelan's bot lane, so it's probably just like surprise flashes over the wall and Vixen just did not see the play coming. But teleport being burnt by Zizzle, guaranteeing this Rift Herald for themselves, and Chimera does get the tower. Zyko's done a bit of damage, but he's just going to back away.
Yeah, Chimera happy to take that one and back off. And actually, will go, well, obviously first out of Phelan, but Demise quickly able to answer from this bot lane. And so many plates split between Vigo and Devoxy.
They've now changed the priority of the lane to choose the one holding mid. Do you see that to continue, or do you think Chimera will come back and hold it for him?
I think Chimera's simply cast a bot wave. It's an extended lane, so I don't see why there'd be that much of a problem with that. TP isn't available now, but you can just push the wave and then rotate towards mid. They can try and pressure this Cassiopeia. Meanwhile, Zizzle will just keep murdering top lane.
One really nice thing actually about Phelan's composition here, the QSS tax, which you have to have against Ascana, isn't so bad having the double A. Ooh, okay, so this was the play.
Yeah, Cassiopeia gets flipped in the tower. Bomb is going. Okay.
Okay.
Chu flashed in to get the last auto, healed as well, didn't need the auto, and then Vixen still dies, so... Again, peak League of Legends.
Messy, but yeah, Wisdom found that play. So there you go, the Volibear. It's effective in the game so far. They're using the Herald into this bot lane. It is pre-14 minutes. So that's going to be nice.
Oh, Hex Flash, Hex Flash.
Hex Flash coming through. Wisdom is going to be able to catch him out here. Indeed, he does. Chimera looking to get another kill onto him, but Wisdom's going to be stealing that away from him. That's still the third death, though, for the Demise top laner.
Yeah, and Zyko is just getting bullied here. Did have the flash, didn't have to use it. In the end, Wisdom managed to pick up a kill and proving audio support is a thing.
Kind of. We'll see how it goes further into the game. But yeah, so far 4-0. Things are looking good for Phelan in this game. And there's no cheese, I guess, for Demise's composition here. So you might go, well, that's why they won their previous games. And that might be what we're getting displayed right now. But could you describe the Volibear as cheese? Because maybe that's just what Phelan needs to win as well.
I don't think the Volibear was what won this game either. I think it's just, I don't know. When Zyko last played Nico top, his laning was really rough. And like Zizzle is a Karma top main. He will play that always when it's open. I mean, they first picked it. So I think the fact that they picked the Nico for Zyko into the Karma top was a bit disrespectful.
Do you think it's ban-worthy, the Karma?
No, not necessarily. I think just pick something better into it.
Right, yeah.
I mean, Renekton just got changed this patch, so you can pop shields when you use your stun.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, surely that would be better.
I guess you question if you've practiced it or not, but you knew you were running into Phelan, so I don't know, maybe that's a question for the coaches, really.
Yeah. And I think it helps because it's not just like Zizzle loves the pick, but it's pretty strong at the moment as well. Contesting a lot of areas and even look, I believe received nerfs, but it's still in a pretty strong position. I guess Demise just overestimated the strength of Nico in response.
It's a big goal difference in the mid lane considering their CS is even.
That's the plates. That is because Chimera soloed the tower top of the plates.
Found Zyko. Once again, Pop Blossom might actually keep him alive this time. Yeah, Chu knocking him away. Looks like he's going to be able to take down Wisdom as a return. What?
Chu literally saved him, but looks like more might be going on.
Yeah, Hidden forced to flash away. They're overstepping his boundaries. And Chimera poking out with those big rockets, but I think the action's over.
Yeah, Diz end up backing up. And Demise get themselves on the board. Get that kill on the Volibear. Bit of a misplay, miscoordination between the team, but now Chimera, he's going to zone with the package and that Infernal. Looks to be going over to Phelan. No way you run through that.
That is wonderful with your double AD carry composition. Infernal's just really nice anyways, but when you have these two late game powerhouses, you know you can kind of sit and merry, go into that late game and be like, yeah, cool. All right, we do a lot of damage now.
Yeah, it contributes to scaling because both teams have some pretty strong scaling elements. You know, the Cassiopeia and the Xayah are nothing to complain about later on, but it definitely helps. Right now, Chimera having so much gold on a Corki of all things is definitely looking really good.
Zyko with the long con indeed. Alright, the siege in the mid lane. Does look like Phelan gonna get this turret.
I think they'll be able to get it here.
Yeah, they can't defend it.
Demise unable to do much. Hidden flashless, so can't really flash on someone and use the ult. No QSS is picked up yet, but I feel like there's no massive burden to do so. Some compositions you're like, it has to be done, but I feel like here, Wisdom provides enough zone control that it's going to be very difficult to get on top of a Chu or Chimera, who both have mobility of their own to get away.
You see a Hex Drinker on soft right now, and that's not a bad item, but I propose, could it be a QSS instead right now? Well, it's an Olaf. Ignore me completely.
Yeah, I was about to say,
could I propose I'm an idiot? Yes.
Yeah, you can. We'll ask Twitch chat for the thoughts on that.
We'll be seeing that soon though on Chimera and Achu.
An Olaf. No, I don't know. I mean, I guess potentially in theory they could go the QSS, but I feel like there's not, like I said, there's not that much pressure to get it. If Hidden gets on top of you, I think you got bigger problems than should I have bought a QSS. It's like, where is your volley bear? What is he doing?
Yeah. Vixen clearing out the wave in the bot lane, rotating back towards the mid. Phelan have quite a bit of pressure on this map right now by the looks of things. The vision, I mean, just look at how much blue dots there are on that mini-map.
Ah.
Okay.
Well, at least we can say that's going to make it into Vigo's montage video. That is certainly one of those plays. Yeah, we saw that, Vigo. Unlucky.
It's fine. That's okay. Clearing out the wards now.
It's just your flash and all. It's no big deal.
Yeah. So they come back up. It's cooldowns, not a death. Pretty reasonable.
It's fairly reasonable. The Voxney clearing out this wave. Things gone fairly slow again. We had a little bit of action to start. Now it's slow down, nice and chill. People just trying to farm up, get that iron power spikes.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if we have a repeat of the previous game, but it goes even later? Wouldn't you just love that?
I kind of need to get home, you know.
What time is it now? That's an excellent question. Oh, nearly 11.
Yeah, I'm pretty late. And
Wait.
yet, we're still having such quality League of Legends.
See, the thing is, having the tower rematch, of course, you got 5 games instead of 4, but Soft can just back out, of course, having the ultimate Ragnarok to make sure he doesn't get CC'd out.
This is so fast. He just runs in like, hey, I'm here.
He doesn't even have the Righteous Glory yet.
Yeah, when he gets that, he's going to be speedy.
Yes.
It won't happen, okay? I know the build is obviously not, this is going to happen, but imagine if you just built like Righteous Glory than like Shrelia's. Like, you know when people go like all the attack speed items?
Yeah.
That is fun, but no, I doubt it'll happen. I feel like you only really need the Righteous Glory and that'll be enough. Soft just able to face check anything basically because he is unable to be CC'd and will take that red buff away. Feeling definitely in control, at least in terms of the map.
Certainly, yeah. Just able to make use of their vision advantage on this top half. Completely blind. Demise can't stop the rotation, can't answer it. And Phelan get the 5th tower of the game for themselves.
Yeah. Goldie pretty significant. 3,000 at 20 minutes. Definitely important, but at this point, Demise still can find their way back in this game.
It's a slow one. This is a slow one.
You know, it's slow, so we have some time. We can just chill out, see what's happening.
Relax.
Twitch chat. How's it going?
Dragon.
It's an Infernal. That's a pretty important one. Be nice to equalize for Demise of Phelan. Be able to get 2 would be pretty significant.
Do you see a massive fight exploding over this? What do you think? They'll continue with the pace, yeah?
It'll be a big fight. Then you gotta be hyped, be ready.
Should just be able to run straight at them. All 5 members from both teams are here. Vision being choked out a little bit by Demise, but Troll will coming through.
Choose going for the
over
mid tower.
There. Soft looking to get it. Red team get the dragon. And that is an Infernal for both of them. And okay, no one dies.
Yeah, but Chu does have the pressure. He can actually look for this second tower as well. Tristana takes towers fast, and Corky's there to back her up.
This is a game of brains, not mechanics right now. And Zizzle has some big brains. Denvoxney getting chunked out, but yeah, not getting the kill. Meanwhile, rest of Phelan are in this mid lane. They do get the inhibitor. With Zizzle's play, holding off 2 people in that bot lane, they're able to get that rotation. And this is just, there's no real fights. It's just macro from these teams, and it's working out in Phelan's.
Yes, but maybe this was Demise's game plan. They've released the mid inhibitor, so now they're permanently going to have waves pushing into them. You ever think about that?
Yeah.
They're playing 3D chess.
What are we playing, watching?
Flappy Bird.
All right, okay. Excellent question for you.
Okay.
What is the best but worst mobile app? So we got like Doodle Jump, Flappy Bird, Cutty Rope or whatever it's called. You know, those sorts of stuff.
And it's difficult to say best but worst. There's some awful ones I've been seeing on YouTube adverts recently that's pained me.
Did those adverts actually convince people to download the app?
It's like, this is how Mafia works, but there's like the new iterations where like, there'll be like some level 75 boss and you're level 1, and then they're like, trip over a rock, and then it goes, betray them or help them, and then if you click betray them, you level up. And then you're like, whoa, look how cool I am. I'm like, how does anyone ever want to get the game after that?
That is how Mafia works, I believe. Demise. They're playing around this mid, getting the priority, going back over towards Baron, choking out the vision, going back towards mid. Just a bit of a dance.
PFI saying he's had that exactly. It's all those Mafia ads where they're like the Mafia ads are the OG ones, but there's been these new ones which are like AFK Arena, that's it. Oh god. I get so sick of those adverts.
It's
yeah, only 1% can pass level 20.
I know that they're big in like Asian countries and stuff like that. Like mobile gaming is massive there, but maybe those are like just the English translated versions of the Asian ads or something like that. I have no idea, but it's when you've got the person on the camera holding a phone who's clearly not actually playing what's on screen.
Everyone's saying AFK Arenas is great. I haven't played it. All I'm saying is the adverts really, really suck.
What did I miss in the past 20 minutes? Not much.
Okay, people are saying AFK Arena is good. Again, I haven't played the game. Just really the adverts just you can't the adverts just whoa.
League of Legends is a good game though.
Yeah, that one's alright.
Which indeed we are watching right now. We might be drawing closer to one of these teams actually forcing for a Baron fight, especially with Chimera in this bot lane. Successfully
he's just
split
popping
pushing.
him.
Yeah, chunking out Zyko, forcing the flash.
Oh, the root.
He does root him under turret, but he's got the stopwatch to make sure he doesn't die to that, and he gets that tower. It's not going to be the inhib quite yet, though.
Yeah, but it just shows the amount of pressure, and Zyko really not in a position to hold anything. I feel like Vixen should be in the silo, but now Phelan just starting this Baron up.
Sizzle does so much damage here and getting knocked up there. Vigo going in,
he's gone.
And they get the first kill there for Demise. Soft is forced to retreat to 1 for 0 so far, but that's what you want. That's nice.
Yeah, pretty solid play coming out. They do take down Zizzle. Yeah, people are saying the ads aren't even the game at all. The game is so different. That's the point. Like, why do you just advertise the game? I guess, I mean, a lot of games do that. Like, League of Legends do those big cinematics, and it never really goes down the same.
I mean, they look cool.
They look
like,
cool.
Wow, look at Lucian running up a pile of, like, demons, shooting his guns at Thresh and stuff.
Yeah.
In-game, it's not like that. But it's still, they're very, very cool to look at, whereas I guess AFK Arena isn't so much.
I don't know. I just miss. I want to see how Mafia works.
I want to see some action start in this game. I want to see someone force a fight. I want to see a Volibear run at someone with that Righteous Glory, with a Karma speed up. Just
he has the Righteous now. Zizzle's there. Zoom, zoom, zoom. But you shielded yourself.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's the third Infernal. Second one now for Phelan. That gets secured, completely uncontested. Demise setting up a vision trap by the looks of things.
Oh, Hidden's coming.
Trying to engage. No QSSs right now. Oh, Chimera's in the bot lane getting the inhibitor. But Phelan are just too quick for them to be able to force this Demise. Hidden
he's Zizzle
through with the flank. They find Zizzle. They get the suppress down onto him. Vigo is CCing up the rest of the team as he does retreat. There comes the petrifying gaze from the Cassiopeia. It's a lot of damage. Oh my word! Wisdom got blown up there by Voxney. Chimera looking to get the second inhibitor though.
He's just taking everything. He's just taking both inhibs.
Your base is now my base. That's what Chimera's saying, but Demise, look at this Baron. They're moving onto it, and I think they might be able to get this. Soft is running over, though. He does have the smite. It might be up, but can he even make it there in time? Phelan, are they going to contest this? It's a very dangerous game for them to go for. No, they don't, and Demise get the Baron.
Yeah, they got the Baron. They lost 2 inhibs. So I'm not sure what they're going to be able to do with the Baron, but it could have been worse.
I think they're going to do what they're best at. Is farm minions and wait for more stuff to happen.
Isn't that just League of Legends
Yes.
in a nutshell?
There we go. We've got an advert done for League of Legends.
Boom. Farm
Actually
gold, wait for
showing
stuff.
gameplay.
Yeah, gold is pretty even. Demise, 6 towers down. So pretty impressive that the gold's even at this point. You can look at the little gold value showing up. Chimera has so much, but on the other side, then Voxnay has been farming up a storm. And this Zaya is very scary at the moment.
700 gold bounty on his head, so that kill will be big for Phelan. Other than just the fact that he's an important target to delete in this. Of course,
And plus
being
1k gold if you kill him, so...
yeah. Phelan in this top lane, the last inhibitor stands here, and once again we see it. Oh, Demise.
Oh, they're going for some
Vision
cheese.
trap.
Oh!
That's really good presence of mind to scout that one out. Phelan not falling for the trap. Very good.
We'll sort of be tied to the base, and it's just the thing is that Phelan just need to wait before those super minions pushing the side wave. Problem is they're dealing with Baron minions themselves, and the engage is very threatening. Flash available for hidden, and Pale as well.
Throwing out the minion waves. That is a flank ward potentially for Zyko to TP into, but it seems like a bit of a questionable
bit shallow.
play. Yeah, considering he's right there. I guess that can also just watch for any rotations to other lanes. Slows come out. There's the Shirelias, but I just can't find an engage.
Yeah, and the problem is that when the super minions start pushing, it means Vixen has to move over and clear it, but it's just normal minions pushing the top wave, so it's not like there's that much threat. And if you look at the next wave, it's miles away, so now the Voxen and Vixen could just move over, clear out the waves, and then walk back. It keeps them trapped in their base, but essentially Phelan are just missing out on 2 waves of XP. So unless they get something from this, it's not working out too well.
Just, yeah. Like we said, farm and wait for something is just what's happening so far. And maybe they'd have a bit more effect forcing them into their base from other lanes and then trying to collapse onto the top, but it's a bit of a weird call to go for that. You just wait out the Baron buff. It's a bit tough. Or trigger the engage with your...
I feel like at least if you could 1-3-1 safely, at least you'd get XP from the other lanes.
Yeah.
Because if they also just all go on that top lane, then they're splitting one lane's XP in, but...
Or looking for the engage. Vigo is down onto a Chew and gets flipped. Pops back to the rest of his team. Hitter gets the suppress down onto a Chew and he's dead. Pop Blossom also collapses down and Den Voxney gets a double.
Big play coming out. They managed to land the CC. The flash on her Chew is fatal, and now Demise have control once again, but only 17 seconds left on the Baron. Not sure there's a ton they can do, but Dragon is coming up soon. Ooh, close.
Yeah, finally finding an engage to work for them. Demise have the gold lead.
Yep, they have members up in favor. They are going to push down this mid tower.
Did you see what the next dragon is?
No.
If it is mountain, that could be spicy.
I can guarantee it's not infernal. That's a cloud. It's not awful.
Actually, well, considering your opponent wants to run at you as their initiation.
I think people harden the rate Cloud Drake, to be honest. Because in terms of team fighting, it's second only to Infernal. Because obviously Ocean and Mountain don't really help you in team fights. So it's actually, and the movement speed is nice that you get it in combat, but yeah, I think they probably would have rather had a Mountain. Now things will go pretty slow again. Inhib respawns, next one should be up pretty soon, and Demise have weathered the storm pretty heavily, and if you now look, they have an XP lead across the board. Every single role has a 1-level XP lead. That's pretty significant. Gold leads in their favor as well, so Demise pretty comfortable after that. Those double inhibitors going down. Next big objective will be that Baron. I feel like Phelan sort of played themselves in this regard.
Yeah. Looking at the item points which everyone's reaching now, who do you feel actually has the stronger next fight?
Demise, I think. They have a lot of really powerful team fight tools, a lot of CC, but it comes down to how the team fight goes.
Oh, Chimera playing
just
so
died.
well, but Vixen does so much damage! The fangs just melt through him, and now Zizzle is in a 1v2. Pop Blossom comes down and protects Vixen as they get 2 kills.
Vixen just manages to get the damage of Chimera, underestimates it, does sidestep the ult, but that's not enough to find the play.
It looked good at the start for Chimera, but Vixen, like you say, the amount of healing on those Twin Fangs now is incredible. So Vixen survives through it. Really, really nice from them.
Yeah, absolutely. Just really solid outplay, turns it around, and this is starting to show why Phelan have to go for plays like that. They're concerned about the Cassiopeia in the late game. Baron area is being controlled. It is spawning soon, but soft. Gotta be a little bit careful walking up like that.
Yeah, Chimera has the teleport and is about to respawn, so does Zizzle. So Demise need to get this Baron fast. Here they
TP's
are
coming in.
through. They're a little bit far away from the Baron, looking for the engage onto
They got
Vixen.
Vixen.
They take him down already. Who's going to be able to get this Baron? It does go over to Demise, but the fight continues. And they've got a pick off onto Soft, pulling him back into the team. Maybe he should have got a QSS. Then Voxney finds a pick down onto Zizzle on the bottom side of the fight. Teleport coming through to flank them. Chimera has to hop over to the
Hidden's
wall.
running him down.
Hidden finds him with the E, gets the stun, and then Voxney finds another kill. Wisdom has been caught out on the bottom side of the map here. And Zyko finds the kill with the Pop Blossom.
They get the Baron, they get the kills, they get everything they need in that team fight. Stellar engage coming out from Vigo, and it's enough to take down Phelan. They're going to look towards the base. It's only a Chew there to defend. It's got to make a hero play if he wants to keep this game going.
It could be game right now. I don't see a Chew outplaying this. It's going to be so difficult for them. Phelan's hands are in his right now. And the first Nexus turret falls, coming through with the second Soft, does respawn, teleport is coming through as well, and they should just be able to focus out onto the Nexus. Vixen getting the petrifying onto Gaze, confirms it for them, and Demise get the victory over Phelan.
Yeah, and it looked so close for a long time. Zyko struggled so much in the top lane, but it just wasn't enough. Some great decisions coming out, and they managed to find the game.
That game went from like
0 to 100 so fast. We had such a slow mid game, and then it was just Vixen finding that 1v2. It showed the Cassiopeia really ramping up to the point it was so powerful. And Phelan, they felt desperate towards the end, and they couldn't understand it. It's concerning playing up against the like of Denvoxney on that Xayah had so much farm, was doing so much damage, and then the Cassiopeia as well was just a massive threat. But in the end, they end up coming out ahead, and it's expected result because, you know, Demise are higher on the ladder, but still, Phelan had been having some good performances. They did show some life there. Definitely in the early stages, they looked like they were on fire, but it just was not enough to close it out.
Yeah, and I guess the Volibear didn't work out. We questioned it, and it didn't do too much.
I think the issue was that they burnt the flash super early, and they never found momentum in the laning phase. And I think the Xayah was problematic as well, because once you run it in, you know you're getting rooted. So
yeah.
He tried, and I respect him for the pick, but it just wasn't enough for the Demise to come out victorious. So tomorrow they will play in Vision. Our other semi-final will be Enclave against Fnatic Rising, and then they will go forward to the finals, whoever wins those, and they will go forwards into the Tower Challenge against XL.
I'm looking forward to Demise and Vision, actually, because it's a repeat of the promotion teams against each other,
their very first match of the UKLC in summer was Envision against Demise, and Demise unceremoniously stomped Envision. You know, Infinity said himself he wants to have a rematch and see if he can bring it back. And we do have an MVP. It is Denvoxney on that Xayah. Had tons of farm, tons of damage, and did a lot of work for his team.
8-0-2 as his KDA. 77% kill participation. Over 10 CS per minute. He was really impressive this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Really strong performance. And we said the matchup to watch was the Chew and Denvoxney. I think Denvoxney proved that he was the one on fire that game, and he was the better AD.
He's also playing a bit more of a standard pick, but he played it really well, and you have to tip your hat to him.
Yeah, absolutely. So credit to him. And the culmination, we had some great games today, and one
great games today. Great games today.
We had a game. We had several games of League of Legends, but you know, I'm happy we round out with a pretty solid one. A lot of teams, both teams going back and forth. Some good macro decisions as well from Demise, I think, helped them just pull ahead. And it was just the fact that they managed to hold on for so long against the two super minion waves. Yeah, we will have a quick look at the bracket just so you can see what's gone down today and what's going to be going down tomorrow. So as you can see, it's Enclave against M&M, and then Envision against Demise.
And of course, the winner of that plays in the final, and then they challenge Excel. And we do indeed, yeah, we're going to have someone new into that. Have we had a finals without either Excel or Fnatic so far? We can't have, right? Because they've always
Tower
been
Challenge.
the
The Tower Challenge has
also
always
just
been
final as well, right?
No, we've had other teams in the finals. We've had Davis in the finals. We've had M&M in the finals.
But a game without either of Fnatic or Excel.
Never had it. And they've always been the Tower Challenge. So maybe we could see another team rise up. There's potential.
Gamers rise up. And of course, if you missed any of the action today,
wait,
you can
they
head on.
It said Enclave. Wait, it said Enclave M&M on the bracket.
It did.
That threw me. It's Enclave Fnatic Rising.
Oh, okay.
Fnatic Rising
right, okay.
won.
That we blame production on that one. That's
Yeah.
not our fault. Yeah.
I was like, yeah. Okay.
That's
So
okay.
sorry, I got confused. You probably got confused. It will be Enclave against Fnatic Rising. M&M got knocked out.
Yeah.
Been a long day.
No worries, no worries. Either way, if you did miss any of today's games, you can head on over to our YouTube, and then you can go check back over those VODs. Of course, that is LVP UK LOL, same as our Twitch, same as our Twitter.
Yeah. So be sure to watch that Envision game if you want to see the highest level of League of Legends since the turn of the century. So love it.
Absolutely, yeah. We're gonna take a look once again. Take a look. Twitter, yes, that is a thing which we have, and of course, it's at LVP UK LOL, like I just said before. And if you do want to interact with us, use that hashtag UKLC. We don't see it otherwise. Use it. Use it.
Yeah. You said it. Use it.
I tried to be convincing. I hope I was. Thank you. Right.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for tuning in. It's been a long day with some games. Yeah. So thanks for tuning in, and hopefully see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
See ya.